I was actually shocked when he told me this because I was thinking about all of the conversations that we've had before and so many things that we've talked about as it relates to money. This is your thought process on this. And when he said it, I asked the question again, and then he told me the same thing again. And essentially, what I gathered from what he said, and also what I was seeing at the time, is that people are actually looking for popularity more than they're looking for wealth. And I thought about this from a couple of different perspectives. Number one, about 3 or 4 years ago, it was really, really popular for people to buy shout outs on Instagram, or to buy Facebook likes, or to buy like TikTok views. And a large portion of people that purchase these services, they don't have a product, they don't have a program, they don't have a book, they don't have anything that they're selling. The only thing that they want is to become more popular. And I remember talking to one of my younger cousins, and he was talking about how so many people that are young that have jobs are spending their money working for a job just to get likes, or just to get views, but they're not selling anything whatsoever. They just want to be known. And so what it made me think about is, once somebody gets a million views or a million followers or millions or billions of whatever, then what? They get to say that they got a million followers or a million views. And the reality is this: if we continue to focus more on just becoming popular, then we're forgetting that the most valuable currency in the world currently is attention. And the thing about currency is that there's always a cost to it. And so when it comes to the currency of attention, it's either one of two things happening. I know I said two or one of two, but again, one of two things happening. Either somebody's paying for attention or somebody's getting paid for attention. So when you think about a lot of people that are influencers, like they've built up these large audiences, and people pay them hundreds, if not thousands of dollars just for them to say their name on their social media page. That's an example of somebody who's getting paid. The people that are paying them with no thought process of ever getting to where these people are so that they can actually charge other people, they're actually paying for attention. Other people are getting paid for attention. And to me, I think one of the most valuable things that you can do as it relates to getting attention is serve people on the other side of the attention, not make it just about you. And here's what I specifically mean by that. Have some kind of service, like have a business, have a book or a product or something that you can serve people with on the other side. Because the reality is this: if people are willing to give you their attention, because again, there is so much destruction and distraction right now as it relates to attention. And if people are willing to give you their attention, serve them at a high level and have something to sell them on the other side so they can get more of you. Because if they have a million other choices and they're choosing you, then that person might want to be a part of your tribe. And if you don't have anything to serve them, then you're just doing them a disservice because you're making their attention about you. Because you want to always make people's attention on you about them, serving them, putting service over self. And I think this is extremely important because right now there's so many people that are just distracted, and there's so many distractions. I don't want to just blame it on people, but there's so many distractions, and people are pulled into so many different directions. And so when you think about the current state of affairs as it relates to money, most people, especially in the United States, they can't afford a $400 emergency. And the sad reality is this: they're going to do everything that they can to ensure that their phone is paid and that internet is paid because that's their source of attention. Like that's their source of currency. And if people don't wake up and focus more on service above self, they're going to find themselves in a position where even the bare necessities of them keeping the electricity on or the power on or their phone on to get their attention, they're not going to be able to afford it. And so right now, if you're somebody who has a service, if you're somebody who has a product, if you have a book or something like that, that can serve people, you want to do everything in your power to, number one, stay authentic, because I think people are craving and they're starving and they're dying for authenticity because people are so fake. And people are starving for authenticity. So if you have something that can serve people and you just show up as you, all like authentic, maybe you're not going to get a million views like everybody else who's, doing whatever they have to demean themselves or act or whatever, but you're going to find the right people who appreciate you for you, not trying to be somebody else, not trying to, get in somebody else's lane, but just you being you. And it's like when you do this and you stay consistent with it and you offer something on the other end that truly serves your tribe, they will pay you accordingly. And it's so important to understand that when you keep the service aspect above self, it might take you a while, but you're going to enjoy the journey. And when you enjoy the journey, it's a win-win on every side for you as well as them, and even your family on the other side long term, if that's who you share your money with. But I'm saying all this to say that it's really important. I'm not saying that money is everything. But money, I heard Rita Davenport, if you know who that is, but she said money is not everything, but it's right up there with air and oxygen, and I totally agree with it, because when you think about this, outside of your health and outside of your relationships, money is the most important thing. Like there's nothing else more important than money outside of your health and outside of your relationships. And it's like when you secure that part, then your health and your relationships, you've truly reached the highest level of fulfillment. And most people would never get to that level because they spend their currency of attention the wrong way. And so because their finances is not in order, their health tends to suffer, and obviously their relationships suffer as a result of that. So it's like when you truly keep attention in its proper perspective, focusing on serving other people and getting to the place of financial wealth, and you always keep your health and you always keep relationships at the top of money, you're going to experience a level of fulfillment, freedom, and even a level of connection with people that maybe other people have never experienced, and maybe you've never had it before. But this is something that's truly critical for all of us to have.